Ladies and gentlemen, a year ago, at the opening ceremony of the Congress and the Editors' Forum in Cape Town, the World Association of Newspapers presented the Golden Pen of Freedom Award to the Chinese journalist Shi Tao. Today, we honour another courageous Chinese journalist, Li Changxin. This is the first time since WAN created this award in 1961 that it has gone in consecutive years to journalists from the same country. The award was made on the individual merits of Mr. Li's case. He went to jail for exposing a serious outbreak of a dangerous disease before the authorities had told the public about it. The Golden Pen of Freedom recognises Mr. Li's brave conduct in revealing significant facts in the public interest. But Mr. Li's case also belongs in a context. China has the dubious distinction of being the world's biggest jailer of journalists. Despite the promises it made in its successful Olympic bid to improve conditions for journalists, China has continued its repressive policies, cynically believing that neither the Olympic movement nor the international community expects them to honour their promises of reform. In fact, China is pursuing its crackdown on freedom of expression, even now, a few weeks before the Olympic Games. Just last month, 2 more journalists were jailed, this time for reporting that a public official had beaten an employee for arriving late for work. More than 30 journalists and 50 cyber dissidents are now in Chinese jails. Something you might like to remember as you watch the Beijing Olympics later this summer. The World Association of Newspapers and the World Editors' Forum once again call for their immediate release. Today's honoree, Li Changxin, uncovered and disclosed an outbreak of dengue fever before the health officials in his hometown alerted the public. In most countries, he would be celebrated and honoured for this work. In China, disclosing such facts is an imprisonable offence. Think about this situation for a moment. Imagine an outbreak of disease in your child's school, workplace, or in your city parks. The authorities, for whatever reason, don't tell you about it as soon as they know. You would rightly consider this a failure of government. But this is what happens in China. In 2003, the Chinese government delayed reporting the outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome to the World Health Organization and restricted media coverage to preserve public confidence. China apologized for its slowness in dealing with SARS. But the case uncovered by Mr. Li a year later shows that the authorities haven't learned from their mistakes.